Hello beautiful makeup lovers and welcome back to my channel. We are going to be diving into some old spooky palettes. Why not dive back into the palettes that we picked up at previous Halloweens, because we still need to get use out of our collection. So today is the turn of the Makeup Revolution and Corpse Bride palette. Now this palette is currently out of stock on the Makeup Revolution website, but it is still in stock on the Superdrug website, and I think it is £20. It has been a really long time since I did a video on this. I think it was when I was back in my bedroom and I was filming, but look at this gorgeous colour story. I loved it then, I still love the colour story now, especially those sort of haunting bright blues, and I think I definitely want to dive into some of those haunting bright blues today. So if you're interested in that, please do stick around. Please consider subscribing. I'm excited to go back into my collection and not just always be reviewing the new makeup. Okay, so I'm going to prime my Beauty Bay eye base, and like I say, I'm thinking I want to be using the blues today, maybe the purples as well. Not super typical Halloweeny type colours, but I'm using a sort of Halloween spooky palette, so... And of course, if you can't get hold of this palette, or you already have these shades in your collection, this could just be a little bit of inspo for you rather than you need to run out and buy this palette type of thing. So I just want to do something a little bit bright, a little bit bold, and dramatic. I'm thinking I want to start out with the shade Downstairs, which is this deeper-ish purple here. I think I want to do a cut crease today, so I am just going to sort of mark out the shape I want towards the front part of the eye. Wow, let me go in with a bit more pigment. That didn't come off as I wanted. There we go, stamping it on, and we're getting the pigment. I always say Makeup Revolution is not my favourite formula in the world, but their collab palettes usually are a little bit better quality than their usual eyeshadows, in my opinion. And in this palette, I just feel like there's such a nice variety of shades and tones. I think it is beautiful. I'm already making a mess of this shape, but it's okay. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it. A lot of people as well do ask me to use some older palettes in my collection, and trust me, I would love to. But if that is what I did predominantly on my channel, I really don't think a lot of people would be interested, and the views would be super low, because as much as people ask for it, people just don't tend to click on those sorts of videos. That pigment has packed on really nicely, and of course using a more small precise brush is helping me with this placement. This is a Cosmic Brushes brush, it's a CB6, and these are meant to replicate natural hair brushes. I do have a code with Cosmic Brushes if you want to pick up anything from the website, and that is affiliated, so I do earn a small commission whilst at the same time saving you some pennies on your order. Okay, I think I'm kind of happy with how that's looking right now. I am going to cut it, like I say, don't panic right now. Then I think I want to blend it out with a little bit of the shade The Rings. I really need to watch Corpse Bride again because I love it. Just want to very gently tap this on the edge, because I don't know how different it's going to look on the eye compared to the last shade, but the lighter of the purples in here is a pastel, so that would have been more difficult to blend out a deeper purple. Then I will go into the shade, what is this called? Mayhew, and it is this super pastel purple here that almost looks white. And again, just very gently tickling it on the edges, and I might go back in with all these shades just to work on a blend till I'm happy with how this part is looking. Okay, I'm just going to jump off and do the little cut underneath these purple arches, and then we'll move on. I just use my P. Louise base. This is in Rumour 01, and I pop it out on a little palette in front of me. And where's the brush? Where's the brush? And I do like to use my P. Louise 7072 brush and make sure it's nice and coated, and then I can be really precise with this brush and just decide where I want to cut it. Then I kind of want to use the same purples that I have already used, and I kind of want to do the outer corner with those. So going in with Downstairs again, I kind of want to keep this at a bit of an angle type shape. maybe a bit wingy. Now this is going to look very rough right now, and that is absolutely fine. This is just kind of working out the shape and the placement and where I want this purple shadow to be. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of the rings, which was more of the mid-tone purple, and just plop that next to it, kind of being a little bit rough. I'm just keeping that kind of shape. I'm not being too precise. And a little bit of the Mayhew shade, which was the super pastel purple, and again, just being really rough at the moment. Not being super precise. I just want to work on a little blend out here between these three purples. I'm already loving how this looks, but I definitely want to put a little bit of blue in this purple sandwich. So firstly, I think I want to go in with Town Crier, which is this bright blue here, and I want to pop that on the inner corner. Then I think we're going to use one of the blue shimmers for the middle part of the sandwich. These colours are just going to look so beautiful together. Look at that blue. Just going to have that leading into the beginning part of this cut crease, and a little bit maybe onto the lower lash line. Okay, then it's time to go in with a blue shimmer, and I think the only blue shimmer in this that's light enough, because we do have Poison down here, which looks really nice, but we're going to use Underworld. I have sprayed this shade in the hope it is intense and beautiful, and I'm just going to pop it in that gap, like I say, where we left no purple there, and just go up to the line where I created with the cut crease. But maybe not all the way. Maybe we will use that deep blue shimmer as well, or maybe we'll use a purple. Who knows? So I am just going to leave a little gap just here, but that blue is working nicely. Definitely making that inner corner look a little bit more minty now, which I am enjoying. Okay, so for the deeper shimmer, we could use True Love or Poison. Choices. I feel like the blue. I'm going to go into Poison, which is the deeper blue. Let's hope this picks up. Let's spray it. And I'm just going to use that shade to connect up the last part that is kind of blank. I think you could probably do this look with the Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette if you have that one instead of this. And to be honest, there are a lot of palettes with these tones that you could definitely do a look like this with. I'm not going all the way up here because I feel like maybe we'll add a little bit more of that pastel blue just in that gap. I don't know, we can do what we want. We are free. Okay, let's use a little bit of, should we use a little bit of Butterfly, this one here? This other blue that looks a little bit more blue rather than mint, just to add a little touch just here, just to finish off that blue shimmer part nicely. Oh yes. Yes, this is definitely giving me all the feels. That is just perfection. And I might use a little bit of that Butterfly, that same blue, just on the lower lash line to meet up with that purple. And I've just banged my elbow. Ow. I'm really happy with how this is looking. Let me finish up this look and then we'll come back and see the final result. Okay, so we have the finished look, and I really enjoyed creating this look and now how it looks at the end. I did go in with some water activated liner. This is the Arttitude Cosmetics Split It Painter's Paradise palette, which was gifted to me in PR. I do have a code with Arttitude that is affiliated if you want to pick anything up. I did use the pastel blue just to line that cut crease, just to make it stand out and pop a little bit more, and I think it's really effective. I did pop on some half lashes, but I won't be linking those because I no longer support the brand, unfortunately. But yeah, just some half lashes to add a little bit of more drama. In the waterline, I did use two things that are discontinued. I'd used the Beauty Bay eyeshadow stick in Dumbo Sky and Cheshire Cat Fur, but you know, any purple, any blue. And I did go in with some little cute butterflies. I think I got these from like Amazon. You just type in nail art gem type thing and bits pop up, and I saw some butterflies and I thought it'd be nice to match with the theme because there are obviously butterflies in the pans of this palette, so I just thought it added a little bit of something extra. I went in with purple and blues, and when you turn your head it's just a little bit shimmery and a little bit different. So overall, is this a Halloween look? I mean, it's not your typical Halloween look, but I did really enjoy using a spooky palette, again digging one back out of my collection. I do have quite a few more I want to do. I want this to be maybe a little series on my channel if you are interested, so if you do know some of the spooky palettes that I own, please feel free to ask me to use them to do a look. Now, some of the spooky palettes I have, unfortunately, are limited edition, such as the Melt Beetlejuice palettes, and I don't want to upset anybody, so if you don't want palettes that are limited edition, then that is fine, but if you desperately crave it, then that could be a possibility. Please do let me know what older palettes you would like me to dig back out and use again, because I actually had a lot of fun using this one today. Like I say, Makeup Revolution is not my absolute favourite formula in the entire world, but these shadows are really nice. They're nothing spectacular, they're not going to blow your socks off like some of the indie brand shadows that I've got, but this palette is good quality, it's workable, it's very pigmented, as you can see. We created a bold dramatic look, it was easy to work with, and I feel like I'm really glad that I picked this one back out. Just for those of you that don't know the other spooky palettes I've got in my collection, I'll just name a few and then you can leave your suggestions in the comments down below. I have the Halloween by Batty Bean and Shroud. I've got the Makeup Revolution Beetlejuice House palette. I've got the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror Bart palette. We've got the Small Coraline palette. We've got the Bigger Beetlejuice palette from Makeup Revolution. We've got Creepy Cute from Shroud. We've got another Corpse Bride but from She Glam. What else have we got here? We've got Gourmande Girls Nightshade palette. I have Hocus Pocus 2 palette from Colourpop, that is the one, and another from Shroud, it's Freaking Bats. I've got Haunted Pumpkin from Give Me Glow, and like I say, there are a few more in my collection. I haven't dug every single one of them out, but that's just to give you a little idea of the palettes that I've got if you want me to dig back into any of these. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please do let me know what you think of this look. It's very dramatic, it's very bold. I'm very happy to be wearing it today, and I will link my socials down in the description box, as well as my YouTube membership and my Patreon group if you would like to join either of those. And hopefully guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!